Okay. We're at call 19 by my account. Um, so welcome. Good to see everyone. So let's jump in with some client updates for the week. Zim, we tend to go in reverse alphabetical order. You want to kick us off?
Yep. Thanks, Will. So I think our update is that we were working on figuring out the Lantern Zame issue, and I think Lantern figured out a fix. We did add reconnection mechanism, so basically a naive reconnection mechanism, but it was basically not succeeding because the issue was something else. Uh, so I think Nupur was able to run the DevNet for a longer time, but I think it progressed for 3-4 hours, and post that she started seeing issues. So we will still need to debug what the issues are coming up and try to fix them. But on parallel, we have already started working on the Ansible side of this so that we can start an Ansible DevNet on different nodes, not really a local DevNet, so that we can soon have a long running or a public DevNet that we can try to run for a month. So the efforts are on both areas, and apart from that, Anchal has put up a PR to do the aggregation, and we decided in the Lean Specs channel with other clients that we will use Lean Multisig right now because that is compatible with Lean VM. So we are doing two PRs. One PR is already up, which will basically which updates the containers as per the Lean VM requirements, because Lean VM requires a common message hash over which aggregation happens. So that is why there is little bit of container changes from the earlier, because we were signing messages earlier with validator ID inside, and so we have pulled them out so that the message data is same across the attestations that we want to aggregate. So there is a PR that Anshul is working on, and I think maybe by tomorrow we will be able to finalize that. So the first leg of the PR is to basically restructure everything so that we have aggregated attestations inside the block body, not really attestations, and these attestations are aggregated on the attestation data. And similarly, there is a little bit of restructuring on the block signatures. We have separated out the signatures field wise, basically attestation signatures and proposer signature and attestation signatures will correspond to. Uh, so it will be a list of the list right now, but it will actually be a list of proof signatures, and each of the proof signature will correspond to the aggregated attestation in the block body. So the second leg of the PR will then integrate Lean VM into this, and will basically then introduce proof signature inside attestation signature itself. So it will just become a list of attestation signature, or list of proof signatures, and that will sort of bring us to DevNet 2. So I think the second we are hoping that second PR will also be up by end of this week, and the first PR will be ready for review by tomorrow.
Fantastic update. Thanks for all the detail. Um, Dream Team.
Yeah, pretty similar. So we've been working on integrating the multisig into Ream code base. Basically stumble on the same compatibility issue between leansig and lean multisig. So yeah, like Ajinder mentioned, so we'll be uh, integrating the lean multisig signature scheme into our code base, and while waiting for the lean spec PRs to be reviewed and merged, we are already going ahead implementing them in Ream client. Um, Then we have also integrated the latest changes in lean metrics. So that includes the PQ signature signing and verification time into our repo, our code base as well. But I think we are still facing some issues with some data is not showing. But I believe Farron and Katia are working on that. We are also, yeah, and we are also be integrating the lean view, basically the web UI for monitoring our PQ interop chain. So we have that for DevNet 0. So we'll probably have to refresh that a bit and then integrate that into Lean Quick Start as Gajendra mentioned. I think that's all for me.
Thanks, so. Clean.
Yeah, hey everyone. Yeah, I was out of the office most of the time for the past week, so sorry if I was too slow to reply in some chats. Yeah, nonetheless, we did some progress debugging. Yeah, we also had some issues with connectivity in Clean. Yeah, we noticed like if some node was not accessible during the startup, yeah, Clean. In some situations, yeah, it could just skip this node and not try to reconnect to it. So yeah, we just implemented reconnection mechanism for that. Yeah, also introduced a metric for the number of connected peers. Also did some experiments with shadow. Yeah, they're still a bit raw and trying to kind of make them a bit more consistent. But yeah, we kind of measured in the network of the size up to 256 nodes, like how long it takes to propagate blocks and attestations. So like the data shows that basically the block propagation, yeah, even in the slowest setup, like with 50 megabits per second network, yeah, it happens in under a second for the 256 nodes, and for the attestations, propagation is less than, well, 90% of the peers can receive any random attestation in less than 200 milliseconds. So yeah, still we'll be doing some more simulations, trying to kind of simulate larger networks, but it takes some time. Yeah, for 500 nodes, it's like takes 3 hours to simulate. Yeah, overall, that's all from our side. Thanks.
Benedict.
Yeah, so just one question from my side. I mean, it seems like clients are now switching from lean sig to lean multisig because of compatibility issues, and I think that's fine for now. Uh, I would just suggest that we like in the future have some DevNet that is dedicated to solve this issue, like because right now, as far as I know, the implementation of the signature scheme in Lean Multisig is not the one that we have analyzed and that where we are confident that it's secure. Um, so it's kind of, yeah, I don't know. At some point, we need to get back to the secure scheme, you know? So when time has passed and somehow Lean Multisig can actually aggregate signatures that come out of Lean Sig, we should have maybe a DevNet that checks this and like moves back to Lean Sig for generating the signatures.
Yeah, I think that's what we were planning, and in our internal call, we talked about this.
Great.
Lean is gonna have we're not gonna delete any Lean Six stuff. We're gonna keep both backends, and in the future, when Lean VM is compatible with the signatures from Lean Sig, we're gonna do yeah exactly what you said. We're gonna do a DevNet with
Okay,
Lean Sig
that's great. Yeah,
signatures.
just to make sure. Thank you.
Yeah, so on that front, maybe I think the dependency on us using lean sig, I mean the dependencies on Emil. I'm just trying to figure that out. What is that we need? I mean, who's the person who will deliver us this?
Well, I mean, from my perspective, Lean Sig will not change much. Maybe we will plug in a new encoding at some point. But other than that, I would assume that lean multisig needs to change so that it can take as input signatures that come out of lean sig and prove them.
Or is it just a matter of developing a new guest program for the Lean VM?
Probably it's that, and yeah, just making sure that that is efficient enough. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't see Emil here, so I don't know if he'll be able to answer that. But in two spots on Telegram, I can link Benedict if you want. He mentioned the issues he has with integrating the current signature encoding scheme uh, in like great depth. He said that it's too slow for ZKVMs, and they're exploring other encoding schemes that are
Right.
closer
Yeah,
to
we are doing that
ZK.
right now. So that's why I said the lean sig will not change except maybe the encoding scheme. Um, and when that changes, then things may go more smoothly. But if I recall correctly, there are other things that differ in his variant of XMSS versus the one that has proven security.
Got it. And also, I mean, since we want to basically push this and push this stream, so who's sort of responsible party for this streams, which who can always give update, for example, in the vendors day meetings on how things are progressing on this side. I think we should have some person so that we can make tangible progress.
That makes sense to have someone. I mean, as I'm not familiar with the details of the lean VM, I would probably be the wrong person for that. Um, I will, of course, do my best to make sure that we soon have a better encoding. And yeah, we are working on that with Emil, and like that thing will make progress. But like in the end, the implementation of the lean VM, I am for sure not the right guy for that.
Understood. Thanks, Benedict. Maybe when Emil is here next time, maybe we can sort of ask him as well. But in the meantime, well, if you can sort of track this stream as well, that will be pretty nice.
Yeah, I'll summarize this and communicate it async to Tama and Emil and Justin, who usually one of them is on this call, but just all three happen to have something going on today. No, a great discussion, and thanks for flagging that, Benedict. And yeah, we'll make sure that we have clear representation of Lean VM here each week so that you can track that Gadgender.
Great. Thanks, Will.
Yeah. Lantern.
Yep. Hi, everyone. So yeah, basically on our side, we've just been preparing for the long-running DevNet that's upcoming. So mainly just bug fixes. I guess the most pressing issue that was being faced, as I mentioned, the last call was essentially when you run lean quick start, when you run it for like 5 or 10 minutes, basically Lantern would get disconnected from the peers. And the reason why that was happening was because there was some like the clipb library that Lantern is using. It's using a quick library as an external one, and so we had to make some changes to the quick library so that when it's receiving keep alive ping messages, those listener threads don't crash. But after that fix was implemented in my local testings, the connections were appearing much more stable. And I think I did receive confirmation from the Zeem team. The connections were looking better, and as well as Katya. So, and as well today I created a PR, which has been merged in Lean Quick Start for providing a pre-built Docker image for Lantern, and as well as added support for 2 new metrics, PQ metrics in Lantern. But yeah, that's the update from my side.
Thanks, Mahir. And then Lighthouse.
Yeah. Hey guys. Like update from my side is I was able to interop with all the other clients this week, and yeah, I've been working on like adding all the metrics to our implementation as well, so that I can also like participate in the long running DevNet. Yeah, but there was an interrupt. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks, Miles. And any last call for client updates? I don't know if Grandine or anyone else is here that would like to provide a client update. Good. I guess moving forward to spec updates and metric updates, are there any open PRs that people would like to discuss? They're looking at the see, Katya, you've got PR6 and 13 and 15 that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So currently, yes, the PQ signature metrics PR has been merged. It's in the agenda, so all the PRs in the agenda. And currently, I would like to know from the clients, I added a PR for peer connections, which can check the peer connections and connect and disconnect events. So probably would be useful for DevNet, for long-running DevNet. I also added there labels, which may be a little bit complicated for implementing now. So currently we may have simplified version without labels. For example, it depends on your implementation and your libraries. So please take a look, give me a feedback in the Telegram, or we may even open a thread in the Discord, which is preferable. Just let me know your thoughts on this. And also, I added this source label for fork choice attestations metrics. So it's based on the specs, like is from block or not. So if no objections on it, I will merge it on Friday, and feel free to implement it as well. And I would like to also know about any needs for maybe DevNet 1 metrics or DevNet 2 already, like aggregated signatures maybe, or anything else regarding VMs, or if you have any ideas for now. If not, feel free to tag me in the chat or open an issue in the free forum, or if you want to suggest any PR, feel free to open a draft PR as well. Thanks. Here, quick mention about Ream. So I posted in the chat. I can see your PQ signature metrics. And currently, the Interop dashboard is available for all the clients. I will share the link in the chat. So if you run Link Quick Start, you can already use it and check your clients. Thank you.
And then Gajender, I saw that you started a conversation with Barnabas last week regarding the hardware requirements for the long-running DevNet. Is there anything that you want to provide an update with that? And Barnabas, welcome to the call. See you there.
Yeah, I think Barnabas already shared the machines, and Partha is sort of setting up his Ansible PR on it. And so we will basically test it and run it and sort of finalize the Ansible PR, as well as start the long-running DevNet if we don't see any issues. Yeah, so that is what we are focusing on. Apart from that, as I mentioned in our update, Anshul has already put up a PR for basically aggregating the signatures, and we are basically, it is not final yet, so you can take an early look, but I think by tomorrow, so most of the feedback will be addressed, and then other teams can also add their feedback on it.
Great. Any other spec related updates or discussion topics? Any other blockers or open PRs, open discussion topics that people have?
I wonder if it's going to be worthwhile to make the spec comply with like lean multi-sig, or do we do this definite off the spec before we we could go towards multi-sig?
Sorry, what is the question again?
I wonder if the spec should implement the signature scheme and the flow that we're going to follow with lean multisig. Should the spec also be updated with this, or we leave the spec out of this one?
So PR 231 is the spec PR, but I think what you are asking is, should we also change the signature scheme in the spec? I think we'll have to, because otherwise the CI will not pass. So in that regard, maybe we will just do Python bindings and basically complete the spec in the short term and try to move back to lean sig.
Manas?
Yeah, I just have a clarification follow-up. This multisig is going to be used in the long running DevNet, or are we waiting? Like, is it for DevNet too?
It is for DevNet too.
Okay, thank you.
Or we can probably update the DevNet to MD to reflect this as well.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think that might cover us for this week. Thanks all.
Amazing. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.